Have you noticed? Mind never rests. Silence outside, noise inside. Voices keep rising. Stories keep forming. Whispers keep circling. You call thought. You call analysis. Ego calls survival. Ego fears silence. Ego hates stillness. Ego resists emptiness. Because in silence, masks start burning. Truth stands bare. Ibn Arabi said, "Heart never speaks. Heart only listens. Either God speaks, or ego speaks. Never the heart. But we follow. We never question. We just accept. Every inner whisper. We treat true. But truth hides. Residue of past. Anxieties of tomorrow. Wounds still bleeding. Quieter you get, louder ego grows. Why this way? Because silence kills. Ego fears dying. So noise rises. It distracts constantly. It confuses endlessly. It exhausts deeply, dragging to past, pushing to future. Never the present, but present is God. Present holds light. Ego cannot stand. So it screams. So it tricks. So it binds. Ibn Arabi once said, "Constriction isn't divine. Tightness isn't God. God brings expansion. God awakens softly. God never destroys. His voice whispers. His touch heals. His silence speaks. Those near truth, they speak less. They fall silent. Every word veils. Every explanation distances. Silence reveals essence. But silence hurts. Mirror shows nakedness. No escape left. No excuses remain. No one blamed. Just your soul. In that place, you cry God, or you flee. Emptiness appears inside. That emptiness speaks. It feels unbearable. So you run. Music turned loud. Screens keep scrolling. Conversations distract quickly. Noise feels safer. Silence feels heavy. Yet silence saves. Silence opens doors. Silence unveils God. Because God enters. An empty heart, not a crowded. Ibn Arabi said, "When mind quiets, heart begins hearing. Truth comes silently, not through sentences, not through analysis. Stillness holds wisdom, greater than books, deeper than words. Leaf falls gently. Wind brushes skin. Child laughs freely. God hides here. In every moment, in every now. But ego fights. Mind craves control. Mind labels everything. But God flows. Not confined formulas. Not limited meanings. He is becoming. He is presence. He is unfolding. Silence joins flow. Like water moves. Not stone blocks. Water fills all. Water takes shape. Yet stays essence. So heart flows. Silence makes open. God enters freely. When silence deepens, new knowledge comes. Not from study, not from speech, but direct unveiling. Through inner stillness. Books bring words. Words veil truth. Silence holds all. Truth hides silently. Not in phrases, but in presence. Sometimes tears fall. Sometimes peace rises. Sometimes eyes glisten. Heart touches God. Touch beyond words. Presence beyond sound. Ibn Arabi once said, "Each soul unique. Each unveiling different. Your silence yours. Your door yours. No one enters. You explain less. Explanation weakens truth. Silence preserves essence. That's why saints speak very little. Carry heavy silence. In silence mercy. Mercy for self. Mercy for others. No fixing needed. No convincing others. Paths are unique. Truth belongs silence. Noise belongs ego. Peace belongs God. When silence opens, seeing transforms instantly. World looks new. Time flows differently. Mind still noisy, but seer changed. Awakening begins here. First comes void. Void feels frightening. Ego screams loneliness. Ego calls emptiness. But God present. Aloneness becomes fullness. Fear becomes peace. Darkness becomes light. Questions start fading. Doubts lose meaning. Calmness whispers softly. Everything already written. Everything already complete. Nothing ever missing. God always speaking. Mind kept noisy. Heart kept waiting. Readiness not needed. Silence is key. Surrender unlocks door. Past dissolves away. Future loses grip. Only present remains. Center of universe. Beyond flowing time. Timeless heart awakens. Desires quiet slowly. Attachments lose hold. Soul becomes free. Ibn Arabi beautifully said, knowledge speaks outward. Understanding stays silent. Silence is knowing. Silence is union. Silence is truth. Silence keeps unfolding. Depth keeps widening. Heart keeps opening. Layers peel off. Masks keep burning. Illusions keep dissolving. Ego grows restless. Mind keeps pushing. Voices keep shouting. Stay with me. Don't leave silence. You will disappear. Yes, ego lies. Yes, ego fears. Yes, ego resists. Because silence kills. It kills falsehood. It kills illusions. But truth survives. Light shines brighter. Peace grows deeper. Ibn Arabi said once, constriction means ego. Expansion means God. Feel your chest. When words tighten, when noise rises, you feel heavy, you feel blocked, you feel trapped. But when silent, you feel open, you feel vast. That is God. That is presence. That is home. Every saint knew. Every mystic realized. Every seer surrendered. They all fell into deep silence, into divine emptiness, where no identity, where no separation, where only oneness. Ibn Arabi taught, Wadat al-Wujud. Unity of being, not concept only, not philosophy written, but lived reality. Everything reflects God. Every face mirror, every moment presence. Silence unveils this. Noise covers constantly. Mind keeps separating, but silence unites. Silence joins all. Silence heals division. Even pain heals. Even wounds dissolve. Even fears vanish. Because silence embraces. It does not. It simply is. When surrendered fully, heart becomes vessel. Light flows endlessly. No effort needed. No struggle required. Only deep surrender. Yet surrender difficult. Ego fights desperately. Mind resists fully. It asks why. It demands proof. It questions constantly. But silence answers. Without one word. Without one thought. Answer feels lived. Answer feels known. Answer feels whole. That is certainty. Not borrowed knowledge, but tasted truth. Ibn Arabi whispered gently, truth cannot taught. It can shown. Shown through silence. Shown through presence. Shown through being. Notice daily life. Walking down street. Driving through traffic. Mind keeps busy. Thoughts keep racing. Stories keep forming. But beneath noise, stillness always there. Silence never gone. Like sky endless. Clouds may cover, but sky remains. Same as heart. Thoughts are clouds. Heart is sky. You confuse clouds. Forget the sky. Live in storm. But silence clears. Reveals vastness again. Reveals peace again. That vastness divine. That vastness eternal. That vastness home. Ibn Arabi wrote, every breath universe. Every moment creation. So silence listens. Listens every breath. Listens every heartbeat. There God speaks. There God appears. There God dwells. But mind impatient. Mind seeks fireworks. Mind craves visions. It wants miracles. It wants signs. It wants proof. But God simple. God hides plain. God always near. In silence closer. In noise hidden. In stillness found. Sit quietly tonight. Turn off lights. Breathe very slow. Hear your chest. Hear your breath. Hear your silence. Fear may come. Loneliness may rise. Sadness may surface. Stay there anyway. Don't run away. Don't escape again. Let silence pierce. Let silence speak. Let silence transform. Soon peace comes. Not from outside, but from inside. Soon joy rises. Not from objects, but from presence. Soon love blooms. Not from people, but from God. That love unconditional, that love eternal, that love freeing. Ibn Arabi called it the divine fragrance, unseen yet overwhelming, once tasted deeply, never forgotten again, never replaced again. This fragrance heals. This fragrance awakens. This fragrance liberates. Truthfully speaking, Yanni, you always knew, deep inside knew, but ego louder, mind more convincing, so you forgot. But silence remembers. Silence never forgets. Silence always waits, patiently, lovingly, endlessly, for your return, for your homecoming, that home inside, not in world, not in others, inside heart always, inside silence always, inside presence always. And when entered, you meet God, face to face. No veil left, no distance left, no fear left, just union remains, just oneness remains, just love remains. Silence now deep, heart wide open, soul fully surrendered, fear dissolved slowly, doubt lost grip, peace became ground. Now you walk, world looks different, everything feels alive. Tree not tree, tree feels God, sky feels divine, faces shine differently, animals gaze knowingly, moments whisper truth. Why this change? Because silence speaks, because heart hears. Ibn Arabi wrote, truth appears faces, God hides forms. So each meeting is God meeting, is God appearing, even in pain, even in loss, even in tears. God still there, love still flowing, presence still eternal. Ibn Arabi reminded us, don't judge appearances, seek essence within. And silence shows. Silence reveals essence. Silence unveils truth. Now ego smaller, mind less noisy, heart more steady, but ego remains. It whispers subtly, it hides quietly. Don't trust fully. Stay always watchful. Stay always silent, because ego waits for weak moments to rise again. Silence protects you. Silence guards heart. Silence shields soul. Through silence discern. Through silence see. Through silence know. Not with logic, not with intellect, but with being. This is gnosis. This is unveiling. This is Marifa. Mystics reached here. Saints reached here. Prophets lived here. They touched silence. They embodied silence. They carried silence. No need words. No need debates. Presence spoke everything. When you sit with awakened soul, you feel God. Not through speech, not through teaching, but through silence. Because silence transmits. Because silence carries. Because silence awakens. Ibn Arabi hinted, silence highest teaching. Deeper than language. Language always partial. Words always limited. Silence always whole. Now life shifts. Choices feel guided. Steps feel lighter. No rush needed. No chase required. No grasping necessary. Comes. What goes. Stillness remains unmoved. Time feels different. Past feels faded. Future feels thin. Only now strong. Only now real. Only now eternal. This is secret. This is key. This is door. Ibn Arabi whispered once, God hides now. Seek him here. Not tomorrow waiting. Not yesterday regretting. Now only treasure. Silence not absence. Silence is fullness. Silence is being. It contains all. It transcends all. It births all. You are silence. You are presence. You are truth. But forgot long. But wandered lost. But searched outside. Now remembering begins. Now returning starts. Now awakening blooms. Step by step. Breath by breath. Moment by moment. Silence deepens again. Union strengthens again. Light expands again. Until one day, ego gone fully. Mind quiet completely. Heart clear mirror. Soul pure light. Being only God. No separation left. No distance left. No other left. Only God remains. Only love remains. Only silence remains. this final station, this ultimate arrival, this eternal home. Ibn Arabi said, "Journey ends God. Traveler becomes traveled." Yes, you dissolve. Yes, you vanish. Yes, you unite. No name left. No story left. No self left. Only ocean vast. Only sky endless. Only silence eternal. And this silence, not heavy anymore, not frightening anymore, but joyous silence, but luminous silence, but divine silence. The silence sings. The silence praises. The silence loves. This is truth. This is freedom. This is God.